Hey, what is going on the YouTube? This is Robert, and today I am bringing you the full drop list for this week, which is going to be week 3 of the spring-summer season. To be honest, I was expecting people to call it week 2. I know that we obviously had the Nike singular pair drop last week, but even at that, I don't think it constitutes enough to call it week 2, but regardless, we're just going to be getting straight into this. This week we have the North Face collaboration, which we normally don't expect for another couple of weeks, so don't know what they're doing there, but regardless, let's just jump straight into this and go through all of the pieces and what I like and dislike, because it's a little bit hit and miss, but yeah, let's get into it anyway. And as per normal, let me know down below whether or not your items from last week or the week before have arrived. I'll upload unboxing my singular piece tomorrow, because I've just saved that. I don't know why, but I thought I'd just wait until I next uploaded to then do 3 or 4 days in a row. So yeah, anyway, let's jump straight into this. Okay, so basically let's just jump straight into this and go through it. Obviously the Mac Tools utility cart was also meant to be dropping this week. It's not, obviously, and I don't know why. There's no real reason. I can't give you an explanation, unfortunately. I know that there were numerous people who are actually looking forward to it. I looked through several Instagram posts, Twitter posts, and even on Discord, and there were people just here and there. I picked up you could start to pick out several people who were saying they were looking forward to it and were waiting for it to release. So it's unfortunate that it's not, but it's just one of those things. So what we can do is jump into the North Face collaboration, because it is going to be a couple of the top pieces, 4 of the top 8 actually for this week. Now I'll be honest, the bear is cool, it's great, it is what it is in the end. I did prefer the last bear that they did, I'm not gonna lie, with the box logo hoodie, but that's more so because of the fact that I believe the retail on that was lower than what this will be, because if you don't know, the last time they dropped a bear like this wasn't actually that long ago, and it came with 2 different variations of a Nupsy on it. Now the thing is that its retail was $160. They then reduced this and put it on sale to £85, but even at that, it's selling for below that. So the thing is take that with a pinch or grain of salt with what you do with that information. But even with it being Supreme, I don't know how that's going to affect it or what it's going to do for it, but all I know is that the last time they dropped a bear, it was 160, so I'd be very interested to see what Supreme are going to charge for it, because it's cool, but if people see a retail, say, of 150 plus, maybe 180, 190, they're not going to go for it. I'm not going to lie, they're not. They really aren't. You had the Beanie Baby for $20 or $18. If this is that much, they're just going to be yeah, no, it's cool, but unless the stock is really low, if the retail's that high, I don't expect it to go that quickly. So yeah. We then have the short sleeve top. It's going to have a bit of a higher retail because it's not a tee, it's a top. Keep that in mind. But at the same time, it's cool. I like the colorways. They're very plain, simple and easy. Big graphic on the back. Nothing really going on crazy on the front, which is kind of okay. I'm not going to lie. I'd probably prefer it to be blank. I mean, maybe just a little logo. But anyway. That's just me being me. Colorways I think are great, are going to be black or the tan. That's it. The other 2 are fine, but that's that. We then have the short sleeve rugby that's going to be dropping this week, which a lot of people are very, very, very interested in and wanting to go for. To be honest, I don't really know which colorway they're going to shift between. I would say it's the multi, which is reminiscent of an older piece that I know my brother owned for the colorways, that is. But then again, keeping it simple with the black colorway might just be the way forward for people in the end, but I don't know. We then have the matching pieces being the S logo, which is the denim trucker jacket and the loose fit jean. Personally, I'm a fan of the black or the blue denim colorway, but I think that the graphic or the S itself stands out the most on this greenish brown. I don't know. You can tell me colorway in the end, because yeah, it's not really the most legible on them. It just isn't. But it's a cool piece, but it's just not the most legible. We then have 2 of the North Face pieces, being the crew neck and the nylon short. Personally, I really like the crew neck. Black or the tan, yet again, is a personal favourite. White colourway is perfectly fine, but I just feel I don't know, those 2 colours are just better. I feel that the red in this crew neck is a lot better than the top. That's just a personal preference. And that is about it from me on them. But yeah, those are just going to be the colourways that I like. It's going to apply the exact same for the short, personally. Black or the cream, tan, whatever tone. It's definitely not cream, but tan-ish tone. Red's okay, white's okay, but it's just going to be those 2 that are my main focus. We have the cracked arc short sleeve top. Personally, I think all of the colorways and the variations to the text are just great across the board with this. But if I was going to pick, you know, you have to. I'd most probably say the back two colorways or the navy are probably my favourites. I do like the pink, but I think that the font to it, or the colour that they've chosen, isn't the greatest overall. But yeah, personally it's going to be the back three colorways, just not the front three. So yeah, we then have a lot more North Face pieces, obviously, which is the whole split theme. Now, I think it's a good concept. I really do. It's a cool concept. I just don't know about the colorways. I think camo is quite cool. I think the central colorway, more specifically on the taped seam shell jacket, is very, very, very reminiscent of another piece, which is obviously the first series Summit jacket that Supreme released. Very similar, very similar. It's like if you were getting it on like a more of a budget in the end, which still I don't expect these to be anything near affordable. So, but yeah, compared to what a first series will run you, it's definitely a more viable option. As far as colorways are concerned, I'd say it's just black colorway is going to be my favourite across the board, purely because of the fact that it's just going to be the easiest colour. That's just it. One of the things that I had mentioned to someone else and someone else said like almost simultaneously is how funny it would be if you got like a small and like an XL or double XL, unzipped, then tried to zip them up together and see how it looks. I don't know, I just think it'd be funny to see someone try and do that. We have the split waist bag. I don't think this really matters that much, but personally I do think that the purple with like the white cream tone is good. Camo's okay, but I think that works a lot better in this than it does in the jacket as an overall. I do like the Supreme spell out going down the sleeve, but it's not going to save the piece as an overall. And the waist bag in the black colourway is easy at the end of the day. Yeah, a lot of people, it's been hit and miss, but personally I think this is one of the better collaborations we've seen in a while. A lot of people might put that to the point of the bear is what it is in the end. So yeah, let's just move on to the other pieces where it sort of dithers from here in terms of support. So we've got the soup can hoodie. Personally I really like the blue and the green colourway. That's about it. We've got the shadow plaid flannel zip up shirt. It's okay. It's not my favourite. The colourways, I don't know. It's a bit hit and miss for me. We've got the corduroy pocket camp cap. I like the colourways to it. I especially like the more floral-ish tone. I'm always a sucker for them, so yeah, I'm going to be biased. We've got the North Face split 6-panel. I would have thought this would have been a bit higher, I'm not going to lie, but it happened. Black colourway, perfectly fine. Will probably be the one that sells out in the end, realistically. So yeah, we've got the tag sweatpant. I think it's perfectly fine as well. All of the colourways are okay. I'm just not a fan of orange. Same in the hoodie. I'm just not a fan of it. It's just very, very, very bright. So yeah, for the last three items, we've got the reflective sweater. Self-explanatory, the creep 6-panel and the tag beanie. The beanie isn't as bright in the orange, which is good, but yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the green. But the other colourways are fine, and the creep 6-panel, I do like this sort of burgundy tone and the blue or royal tone, but that's about it. So that's going to cover this drop list. As per norm, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, what you're going to be going for, whether or not you are going in store. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be hectic as per norm, but yeah, I'd love to know what people are going to be doing for this week. Obviously what item you're going to be going for, what size, what colourway. I mean, personally, I would get like the short sleeve top in like the tan, but at the same time, I don't know. If it's like 78 or 68, I'd just be like, yeah, it's just not worth doing. Because if it was a tee, you know that it'd be a lot less. So in that case, I'd probably say that a crew neck's more like bang for your buck, but that's just my own personal take. The bear, I'm just going to be interested to see how much it is. Like, I really am. But yeah, that is going to cover it from me. As I said, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. But other than that, I do hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.